Hello everybody, welcome back. Our last day with Mass Effect 3. For now. Welcome crew, welcome chatters, lurkers, lovers, to the end of Mass Effect 3. We're gonna be having a party today, two parties today. Hey Max, welcome, first one in the room. Two parties, visit to Cerberus headquarters, settle things with Kai Lang, and back to Earth to deal with the Reapers. Don't know how long today's stream is gonna be. It could be 6 hours on the nose. It could be 5, it could be 8. I don't know. We got a lot to do. We're not gonna rush. Hey there, Densa. Hey, Kimberly. Welcome, everyone. Can it be 24 hours? I'll tell you what, it could be. It just won't. But it could be. It just won't. Got some tunes for us? Tunes? Turn it up. What'd you hook up, Max? You missed this monitor? No idea. What'd you hook up? We have extra tracks, but I'll admit once again, this one has grown on me over the years. Makes me happy every time I hear it. So let's turn it off. Who would want to be happy, right? If we can find at least a new one while we sort out what we're doing. We got that far yesterday. Didn't hear much of it. We'll have to put on something funky at the party. What's next? Maybe there's only a few tracks. This one's always built in, right? Didn't we pull a lot of things out with the claw game? Maybe we weren't really getting new tracks every time. Yankee! Hello! Tropic family, what's up? Yankee swordsman. Shepard gonna dance today? Shepard, you gonna get down today? But no smile, nothing. We're gonna have two parties. And I think, we may even run, we should talk N7 a little bit before we jump in. But I think we've gotten almost every single crew date out of the way. Who hasn't come up? We haven't gotten the combined visit from Vega and Cortez. So that might actually trigger if we run off and do a mission. I think that's all that's left. We've had all the crew dates. Nice Max, ultra wide. That is. So let's talk N7 for a second. I meant to look it up and didn't before the stream. This is one of the earlier N7 missions. How many are there? Are there a dozen? I mean, if there's 5 or 6, and I think there's closer to a dozen or more, if there were only a few, we could do them all. We're probably not going to be able to do them all. There's a bunch, aren't there? We just kind of have to pick our point. The original plan was just to unlock all the crew dates, then get down at the party. 2 parties, couple hours. Cerberus headquarters, an hour, 2 hours. Earth, couple hours. I mean, there's our 6 right there. We go quiet. Go with a quiet party and then go with a loud party after. If you're not familiar with the Citadel parties, it's kind of a weird setup. You get to choose the mood, and the party's broken into three kind of 4 stages, but you get to choose the mood for 2 of them. Beginning of the party and the middle of the party. Third part of the party takes its cues from your choice during the second part. The 2 different starts are not hugely different, but there's enough different. Anyways, we're probably gonna do the whole thing twice. And we'll stop near the end, load the save, do the party again, you'll hear a lot of dialogue twice, and you'll hear a lot of stuff that's different. That's why it's worth it. We're gonna see Quarian's on the floor in the bathroom, and Krogan's in the shower. Kneel before Javik. Kasumi picking through people's underwear. I don't want to spoil it, I just want to tease you. There's a lot to see, so let's leave! We're gonna run at least one N7 mission, see if we can get the last. Cortez and Vega, unless we're missing anybody else, come to visit the apartment before the party. Seems like 6 N7 missions. Kim, thank you for looking it up. 6, huh? Tempting to run them all then. We've already done 1 or 2. We're definitely going to run another. Time off from work. Heck yeah, Yankee. Reminder of what's coming up. We're going to spend Thursday with Geralt, play a little more Witcher. Friday we're starting Hellblade. That'll only take 2 streams. Friday, Saturday. I hope it's really good. I'm already a little sad it's so short. If it's really good, I will be sad it's so short. Hi there, Simpika. Welcome. Next week, we're going to play Thimbleweed Park, which is an offbeat, a new point-and-click from Ron Gilbert, whose games go way, way, way back. Retro style, offbeat, Twin Peaksian point-and-click. We'll probably spend 3 days with that, and Monday's stream will be a little late. It's the solar eclipse. I hope some of you are in places or going places where you can check that out. My mother's coming to visit. She'll be here tomorrow night, and she'll be staying through the eclipse, so we're going to start a little late on Monday. Monday, end of next week, we're going to start Uncharted Lost Legacy. Should be out by then. I'm good. Simpika, feeling really good. As, I guess it's usual now. I got a bit of a routine. Just got back from taking the dogs out right before the stream. Just ate. Was almost late. Kim, you know the Death Spank games? I had no idea. I've played part of one of them. It was fun. I don't know why I never kept playing it. Ford! How's it going, everyone? It goes well. How about with you? So, Simpika, you having a good day? Everyone out there? No, do not assault the elusive man's base. Not yet, not yet. So much to do, so much to drink. The Baconing. You played all of them, including the one he didn't do. I don't think I knew he did any of them. I didn't know he didn't do The Baconing. What a great name. That one was a prequel, right? The Baconing, The Beginning. Simpika, okay. I've had better days. So be it. I hope it gets better. Maybe we can lighten the mood a little. This habitable world, been living in the shadow of disaster long before the Reaper War. Moon's orbit is decaying, causing tidal disruptions and electrical storms before its eventual collision. When humans settled on Antaram, the Asari derided it as foolish, but today the humans look prescient. The communications hub they set up on the planet has hundreds of quantum communicators whose information is spread through the broadcast on the planet and beamed out via convoy. While Antaram has yet to be attacked by Reaper forces, it is likely just a matter of time. Two things. Thank you for looking up the number of missions. I want to look them up too, so I can have that list. And glance at which is which. My memory's terrible. Hopefully we don't drop frames. Well, all the crap on this page is loading. Yes, it's still touchy as ever. ComHub. Tag abduct. He may have done more than I thought. Let's go down to ComHub. I like bringing James for these N7 missions. He wants to be an N7. Let's let him practice. The Baconing was the third one, but wasn't it like a prequel? I don't know. I don't know the story of Death's Bank, but I thought the Baconing was a pun on the beginning. The Baconing. Throng of Virtue. I see. I got them on Mac. That's where it started. I think I have them on Steam, or maybe I don't. Maybe I have them on the Mac App Store or something. But it was definitely on Mac where I played one of them. Maybe that's how I found them. Would someone do me a kindness and remind me to go to the weapons bench next time we have a chance? Not the weapons bench exactly, but do the upgrades on the Normandy. I want to upgrade the Valkyrie, maybe. I want to upgrade Valkyrie? Or some other gun. We haven't upgraded anything but the Avenger for assault rifles. Asgard, howdy. Aximenes, welcome. You enjoy pairing up James and Ash for Team Actual Alliance soldiers, plus the grenade powers interact very nicely. Hey, that's, maybe we could play with that at some point. Not a lot left, but I'll keep it in mind.
Cerberus has taken one of our secret communication facilities. All campaigns in this theater depend on the information that dish array supplies.
What do we know?
We're getting intel from a tech who survived the attack. Grace Sato. She's hiding in a security bunker off-site.
A civilian?
Yes, patching her through.
Miss Sato, what's happening down there?
I'm staying hidden, but I'm the only one left. They're trying to hack into our systems to access Alliance operations protocols. I'm tracking their activity, but they're bound to find me sooner or later.
Hang in there. We'll be there soon.
Yes. Yes, Commander.
It's not ideal, but she's the only one with any traction on this. The information stored in that network is critical, Commander. If it gets into enemy hands, we'll lose a lot of good people.
I'll take care of it, Admiral.
See that you do. Hack it out.
Guy Cortez. Always like big satellite dishes. Radio dishes. Alright.
Being out of range.
Miss Sato, we've landed. What are we looking at?
They're trying to seize control of the 3 critical access.
Shit, I went a little too far, don't you think? Alright, you line us up with some incendiary ammo.
Points. Updating your nav point with the location of the terminal. They're
Back
closest to
up a little
cracking.
bit.
We'll keep them from hacking in.
Incendiary. Alright, that's fine. And what do we have mapped for Garrus? Concussive shot. What do I have mapped? A variety of things. Shit. This is bad. I may not make it out of, I may not make it back into cover. And there's a grenade over there, right? What just hit me wasn't the grenade. It was gunfire from the turret. I might have a better chance going forward to cover. Hear the grenade just go? Yeah. No, 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 you don't. Not again. Die now. You'll die now! That was fun yesterday. We had almost all the crew dates yesterday. Mixed in with some other missions. I just have so much fun with those every time. It's joking time.
Commander Shepard, Cerberus shuttles are scouring the area. I think they're looking for me.
They're using cover.
You think? I think they're looking for you too.
Oh no. How do we...
Nothing's changed. Upload the next set of coordinates. Next.
Wrong one. I used to have Singularity map to that. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm flanked on the radar, but there's really, they're down below, so it's this guy up here. Oh, hi. Underneath. There's a nemesis down there and they're not moving. Oh, hi! That nemesis cloak, or... You see it? The head sticking out. Hey, good night! I might be the one saying goodnight. Shepard, it would be nice if I were in cover, but I don't want to move up. Fortunately, I told James to come down here when I was just looking for a shot. Actually put our squad into cover.
You got it.
Shepard, what are you stuck on? Damn.
Affirmative.
Locutus! Locutus! Welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Are they back up in the tower? Nemesis is pretty quick on the draw, but they're fragile. Nice ship. Have I been ignoring an objective? Wake up, Jay! Wake up!
Miss Sato, come in. Miss Sato, are you there?
Must be afraid to break radio silence.
We need the final coordinates. Grace, listen to me.
Can't talk. They're right outside.
Message coming in.
Kimmy! What's up? Thank you for the host. Get a grip, Sato. We need you.
I know you're scared. This is more than you signed up for, but I won't let you down, I promise.
Okay, Commander. Updating your nav point with the last location now. But if you get to me in time, just hurry, please.
Commander, I think I can make a run and get her.
Do it.
There she is. Chameleon, welcome. Thank you for the host. Streamer command in chat there. Everybody check out Chameleon here on Twitch. Consider dropping a follow over there. She is awesome.
Affirmative. Acknowledge.
That's all you should need to know.
Understood.
That's all you should need to know.
Affirmative.
Playing some Mass Effect 3. We're finishing Mass Effect 3 today. Although the stream has just gotten started. We're throwing a party today, Kimmy. Thanks for coming. I don't know if you can stay, but if you can stay, we are just getting a few things out of the way. And then we're gonna go have a party! We're gonna have two of them. We're gonna run through the Citadel party twice. Citadel DLC. We've gotten the entire crew together. We've saved them all, no one left behind, throughout the entire series, so that everyone can come to the party. Everyone who's alive. Everyone who can be alive. Phantoms. Yuck. Not good. Not good. I can't move the reticle until I'm standing like this. Right, 2 grenades in the face. Mine just goes flying so far. And the Phantom's still alive? So he just died when I did that?
Doors open.
Nobody shot him.
Got her covered, Commander. Area cleared. Picking up Miss Sato, then heading back to the rendezvous point.
Good job, Lieutenant.
Oh shit, there's a typo. Sorry, thank you.
Our communication
Kim.
station is secure. Operations in this theater are safe again.
Yeah, use the right.
No small task to keep it that way. How's Misato doing?
She asked to be transferred to a nearby Alliance station. She wants to help however she can.
Good. We need all the help we can get. Hack it out.
These two have just about run out of things to say. We're near the end of the game.
Commander?
No new emails. Let's pop in at the apartment real quick, see if we get a message from either Cortez or Vega. Can't remember which one of them comes by and brings the other one. Watch the game, but we haven't had them come over yet together. That might be the only one left. Only crew day left. Hey there, Drewski. What's up? How you doing? Are there any... So see, are there any remaining we need to pick it up? Objectives? Hades Nexus, Prothean Sphere. Oh yeah, we still have 3 of those. These should just be scans. 4 of them. Cerberus Ciphers. Cacliosaur Fossil. I think Cacliosaur is a scan. Are any of these on actual missions? Prothean sphere should be a scan. Let's go to Hades Nexus. Scan, scan, scan. DBA Bob. Clink. Clink. What's up, Bob? Are you cheering with coffee in that emote? Could be Irish coffee.
Signal confirmed.
I'm gonna try to avoid. I still think it might be allergies, but I'm gonna try to avoid reading as much as I do some days out loud. I'd like to keep my voice for the whole stream. Taking years ago, I didn't have any allergies, seasonal allergies, just wasn't a thing. A couple years now, it's been a thing. Trying something different, and I'm not sure it's working how I want it to work. On the wagon, it's T.
Evasion successful.
There it is.
I found something.
Kyra. Oh. Opus. Its largest moon. Obelisk of Karza. Yule somewhere here. We want to find it before moving on.
Reapers eluded.
Thanks. It is. Gotta be right near an edge somewhere.
Faster than light jump successful.
Oh, it's on the other side. It
Evasion successful.
didn't hear it, but it actually showed up when I pinged right near the edge last time. 250 units.
Reapers eluded. Signal confirmed.
Dobrovolsky. The Alliance frigate Leipzig.
Faster than light jump successful.
We can get it. Even though we're on the wrong side, it's a small system.
Evasion successful.
Yeah.
I found something.
Gaihinam. First place human explorers discovered a dedicated Prothean burial ground. If by chance you see me go to a planet that you know has a really cool description and I'm skipping over it because I'm trying not to read so much extra today, just let me know. I'm happy to read it. I'd have to kind of scan them real quick to even guess as to whether or not they were good ones to read. We're just getting started here today. Although the party, I won't be reading a lot. We'll be listening a lot, won't be reading a lot.
Reapers eluded.
Give them all up. Tired of your browser freezing up. Well, if you want to yak about that sometime, Bob, hit me up. And Aximenes, random question. What's a decent bonus power for a Sentinel? Energy drain. I like energy drain. Sentinel doesn't have, Sentinel doesn't get overload, do they? Something to deal with shields, something to replenish, and deal with shields and synthetics. Okay. Good placeholder. Sentinel does come with overload built in. I always say it's one of my two favorite classes, but it's obviously been a while since I've played a Sentinel. If we went to the import screen here, I think we saw at the beginning, I must have had 3 or 4 Sentinels there.
Signal
Maybe it's been a
confirmed.
couple years. Well, then you wouldn't really need energy drain, although it's still nice for stealing shields, for capturing that and replenishing your own. Pragia. We know Pragia. Take off and nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. We know Pragia. We've already bombed this place. Research data from Pragia. There's an upgrade.
Faster than light jump successful.
Okay, we'll grab that on the way back.
I found something.
Gracia. Wasn't planning on doing a lot of planet scanning today, so if we're doing a couple missions before we get to the party, it's good. It gives people time to get in. Get in here! But I don't want to overdo it. We want to get things crossed off, though. 50 units of fuel. That was weak. Alapsha. So who here has not seen the Citadel parties, but is going to see them today for the first time? Be cool if there was someone, even one person, who was going to see these parties for the first time. Alliance Marine Recon Division. 103rd Marine Division.
Evasion successful.
Yep. Damage resistance at the highest level. I need to get in. I need to enter the
Reapers
system a
eluded.
little closer to that fuel,
Faster
getting where the
than light
Reapers are
jump
entering the
successful.
system from. That's close enough. Just barely. Never heard of a Citadel party. Don't know what you're talking about.
Evasion successful.
Let's see. Is there anybody who doesn't get drunk at the party? Samara? Samara doesn't get drunk at the party, does she? 350 units of fuel, and oh god, we're about to get busted. Oh! Busted. First time. First time in this playthrough. First time getting busted by the Reapers. Playing cat and mouse. We shouldn't be too far back. And we got everything
Reapers eluded.
else from Kalabsha and Kurtasi. It autosaves when when you get eaten. It probably autosaved when you first entered the system. There seem to be times when it doesn't. Oh!
Faster than light jump successful.
Newton. What mission was here? The number of systems where there really is nothing to scan. There was a mission there at one point. Are events and loot and stuff randomized, or do you find the same stuff on the planets every time you play? I guess you could call this a mini game. It's not really called a mini game, scanning planets. It's more of a mini game, and it's different in the different Mass Effect games. By the time you get to Mass Effect 3, it's just a leftover of what there used to be from planet scanning. So it's static. There's no randomization to it. It encourages you to explore the galaxy, collect war assets. They want you to get a bunch of collectibles, old school collectibles, but they're used in a certain way in this game. You need enough war assets to unlock potential endings, and that's a whole nother discussion. If you've ever heard people complaining about Mass Effect 3's ending, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't heard it, but it's pretty bare bones, and yet there are a few versions of it, and you need to have enough war assets to unlock your choice of endings. Here. So you do want to go around, even though it's static, you want to collect all the war assets. And there's a lot of cool stuff to read. There's a lot of lore in Mass Effect games. That is worth it. If you like reading cool lore in games, then it is worth reading the lore in Mass Effect games. So even planetary descriptions are cool. Some of them more than others. They write little stories about what happened on a planet. You get codex entries for the things that we're picking up. I'm not going to read them all. We're having our finale today, and I'm getting us a little sidetracked cleaning up. We're just cleaning up. So it's a little dry. We'll get to the party very soon, very soon, very soon. I've already opened a beer. Yes, it's early, but it's party day. Citadel party day. That looks pretty generic. If I stumble into something that sounds like it has a little story, a planet description, I'll read it out here. Give you a taste of the flavor. In Mass Effect 1, there were a great many more planets you could land on. You could drive around in the Mako. They were pretty bare, though, and not wanting to start an Andromeda discussion, but Andromeda tried to go back to the model of having lots of planets to drive around on and explore, was originally going to be procedurally generated. A lot of it was going to be procedurally generated, more than it ended up being, to facilitate that. It was always pretty bare bones, the first game. How about this one? Let's try it. Alingan. Alingan, meaning deceptive, was so named by Solarian scouts because as their probes landed on the planet, their instruments started going awry. This turned out to be due to the high concentration of magnetically active periclase, magnesia, in the core and crust of the planet. This interferes with scans and broadcasts, which has given rise to countless spacer stories of pirates lying in wait in Alingan's magnetosphere, or crashed ships with untold fortunes stranded on the surface. In reality, any pirates would have a hard time locating prey amongst all the interference, and would live lives cut off from the rest of the galaxy, as the magnetosphere kills extraplanetary communication. Alingan's other natural features are a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide, spectacular dry ice formations, and xenon gas, which can be skimmed from the upper atmosphere and used in ion thrusters. Then they give some plausible statistics about the planet. Orbital period, temperature, and gravity. Yeah, one is still very rough around the edges, more than ever to play now. So if you have no nostalgia for one could be hard to get into. I mean, I get that. And I didn't play it back in the day. I think I got in just in time. I had people telling me that there was something about people saying, my shepherd was, my own, and we went on this journey, and they had their own shepherd. I played role-playing games, but I was just hearing from all these people that they went on this very special journey with their own character and their own friends, and that it was worth it. So I played through the first one, and by the end of the first one, I liked that too. There's so much about it to like, even if it's very frustrating at times and rough, and it has some great dialogue and some awful dialogue. There's some great voice acting and some awful voice acting. It has some fun combat and some really clunky mechanics. But it gave us this world. The world building was solid. It was a great foundation for what we got. Mass Effect 2 and 3 are some of the best games I've ever played and remain that to this day.
I found something.
Max, randomly generated worlds and story just don't mix. Even if they got that working, it would definitely have been worse. It sounds plausible too. I don't know about definitely, but probably. Agalaz, this is where the Shadow Broker's ship was for a while. The second-tier garden world that receives little attention from the galactic community. A Solarian mining expedition initially discovered the planet, which was promptly strong-armed away from them by organized crime figures. Agalaz's exploration rights were then sold to the highest bidder, which led to a brief burst of mining colonies in the 2000s. Most of those were abandoned when other planets were found with more accessible resources. I got it. I am going to go back to taking generic Claritin, whatever that one was. Shadow Brokers support team. I think switching regular, everyday, seasonal allergy meds has I've been waking up just awful, and then taking allergy meds and getting better, but still kind of feeling it throughout the day.
Evasion successful.
Our
Reapers
fuel.
eluded.
It's my fuel. My fuel.
Faster than light jump successful.
You Reapers, you can't have it. 200 units.
Evasion successful. Signal confirmed.
Zenithu. Terminus freighters. And 100%. Yeah, poor Kemi. I tell her there's a party and she's, oh, what are you doing? What is this? This doesn't look like a party. Don't go anywhere, or you would miss the party. Party's gonna go for a couple hours, I think at least. We're gonna run through the party twice. It may not be a full hour each time, but it could be. Just 3 sections and then an aftermath. We're going to run through all 3 sections twice and probably just 1 aftermath.
I found something.
Ilium itself. We visited Ilium quite a few times in Mass Effect 2. Asari Trade Hub. Liquid assets. Yeah, you know, it's
Signal confirmed.
hard to avoid touchy, debatable subjects in regards to Andromeda, but say making a memorable stage is usually more effective for storytelling. Kemi and Max talking about procedurally generated content and story content. Losing my train of thought, but I'll get it back. I'll get it back here. I think memorable levels most definitely stick with us more than any procedurally generated content ever could. ever could. Something crafted to be an experience. Emergent content can be very memorable. Those can make impressions too, but it's not nearly as predictable. You could craft a meaningful experience and have a somewhat predictable reaction from your audience. But if you gamble on emergent gameplay, providing meaningful experiences, that might work. Not work. What am I missing in this system? It's huge. Balder, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. The system is way too damn big, and I was running my mouth, so I couldn't find it. Bayalt. Lucine's heat pummels the Nirvana belt, a ring of protoplanetary material relatively close to the star. One of, if not my favorite game of all time, which is a bit of a cheat because I think MMOs you can sink thousands and thousands, you can live in for years, are categorically a bit different. So I don't mean to place that above the experiences in other games, but I spent years of my life playing Star Wars Galaxies, countless thousands of hours and counts and all of this stuff. And the original Star Wars Galaxies was really short on crafted content. And so I don't want to sell sandboxes, or it's not that it was procedurally generated, but it was a game with worlds so barren, large, open, but essentially barren worlds, that the gameplay was necessarily emergent because the players had to create their own. They had to make things out of the environment and the mobs that weren't really planned because there wasn't enough there. So we took this sandbox and we made something out of it. It was a very special place for a lot of people that no longer exists, but emulators notwithstanding. Anyways, some of the best times I've ever had, some of the most important times I've ever had playing games have been in games with very little crafted content. So I don't want to sell that short either. Some of the most meaningful experiences I've ever had in games have been in places where there was little to no crafted content. But for very different reasons. I could play The Last of Us over and over and over again. For some reason, it gets me every time. It works every time. It's the same game every time. Not on rails, but it's practically linear, start to finish. It works every time. It tells such a powerful story, so effective for me, that I will go on that ride anytime. Quick trip to Citadel proper.
You're cleared
I think
to
a few
dock, Normandy.
turn-ins now.
Do you need ground transport?
No, let's just start at the top.
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
For the first time since the Ragnar War, the assigned world of Thessia has been attacked by alien forces.
Security concerns. The Citadel Embassy is restricted to authorized personnel only.
World taken by Reaper forces. Refugees from the Kuna are fleeing to the Citadel.
Less to turn in than I thought. Presidium Commons, Researcher, Courtyard, Holding Area, Refugee, one of the turn-ins. That's only 2 turn-ins. Presidium Commons and Docks Holding Area.
I'd like to request a transfer to a zone with Reaper, Sergeant.
And may I ask why you think your deployment deserves special
You
treatment?
should check the embassies to see if there's anything on the Spectre terminal. I may have missed something during that N7 mission.
Spectre status. One moment.
That would give us another turn-in.
Now
arriving at Presidium Embassy.
Sorry, refugees are pouring into the Citadel.
I have excellent news. Your daughter's paperwork has been processed.
You said it was...
Spectre status recognized. Tragic news out of the Horsehead Nebula. The Alliance Dreadnought...
Captain Riley, an N7 operative, has been nominated for a Commendation for Valor for her actions at Sion. Approval from a Spectre would fast-track the award process. Go, go, go. There it is, encryption codes. Two things that I missed on missions. Encryption codes and burn treatments. Now we should have 4 turn-ins, which might be everything. Weren't you supposed to upgrade something in the Normandy? Damn, Skippy. Yeah, swordsman. I was. We want to take an assault rifle and maybe another sniper and upgrade those. Delic, back at the offices. Okay.
Critical support to keep their military functional.
We've already turned in
No, I know what I said.
those.
Forces to the new coordinates. Trust me. We may not be able to
She
see
Delic?
numbers, but I think we can predict their movements now.
More turn-ins over here, aren't there? Already long since turned in to the Volus.
Thank you again, EarthClan.
So, hold on. Officer Delk. Yasari and... Oh, core, we're done. So, who's Delk?
Existing resources. The Council reports that food shortages may happen in the near future.
Maybe she's Delk. Says Asari war strategist.
As Reapers
Anyone new?
close to capturing Thessia,
Embassy offices, Officer Delk.
pouring into the Citadel.
Not in the counselor's office. It's not in the Spectre's office or Bailey's office, but out here somewhere. Maybe it is the guy at the end of the hall. I just
Spectre
need to...
status recognized. Please select a destination.
We bought it off the Spectre terminal, so it didn't trigger. Holding
One
area.
moment, please.
Back far end of the corridor beyond the Spectre office, but I checked him after buying it. There was no
Now arriving at
prompt on
Docking
him.
Bay
Maybe there'll be a
E24.
prompt on him when we go back. I know who you're
Emergency
talking about.
civilian
Check him out again.
Dreadnought Rex remains adamant that the Krogan will continue to support the Turians. Palamon has not yet fallen to Reaper forces.
Looking mighty low today. You okay?
Quarian and
Anyone been
Geth
bothering
ships
you?
have given the Turians
No,
critical support
it's not
to
that.
keep their
Yeah, me.
I'm
military
fine.
functional.
Thanks for coming in.
I
We'll
see.
see you later. Stay sexy, yes.
So,
Refugees fleeing to
news?
sanctuary
No,
have been killed.
they just...
The Alliance
Their
is
shuttle
holding
must be
civilians
real
in
slow,
sanctuary
that's
as a
all.
front for
Do you think they're
Cerberus
okay?
operations.
They promised they'd come get me, no matter what they had to do.
Cerberus forces
been
have
so
been
long.
repelled after attempting
I don't
to
know,
seize an
kid.
Alliance comm facility on
I'm sure
Alderaan.
they'd be happy knowing you're safe.
It's just...
After heavy
I
fighting,
miss
Alliance
them.
forces were able to
I miss
restore
them so
power
much.
to a vital fuel depot on Sion. For the first time since the Rachni War, the Asari homeworld of Thessia has been attacked by alien forces.
I found a Prothean sphere on Gay Hinnom. Contact the Alliance and tell them Commander Shepard asked them to pay you for it.
Yes, thank you. I'll call them right now.
Refugee camps in the Citadel were strained
All right.
resources, and the Council reports that
Back to the embassies, down to the Presidium.
As Reaper forces appear close to capturing Thessia, Asari refugees are pouring into the Citadel.
Showed up on the
Spectre
map
status
after
recognized. One
we
moment,
bought it at the
please.
terminal. I'm thinking that's likely. Exit
Now
is that
arriving
buying it
at
at the
Presidium
terminal just didn't
Embassy.
set him up to be triggered right.
My wife was just sent back to active duty, and I'm about to get shipped out too. I was told you might be able to help me.
Ah, nice.
Your intel, right? I found these encryption codes on a Cerberus engineer. I thought they might be helpful.
Cerberus ciphers. That's exactly what we've been looking for. Thank you, Commander.
The two outstanding Omega DLC quests that will never be finished because the DLC's over. I wish you could clear those out of your journal. They would just fail or something when you're done. We don't have the Caccliosaur. Still don't. Where did the Caccliosaur not come from? Chemical treatment. Hey, Doc. I was just thinking about you this morning. Believe it or not. I was just thinking about you this morning. How are you doing? Time no see. Did you get settled in? A researcher in the courtyard. Somebody else show up on another level? Huerta, Dr. Ceylon. Okay, but we're still missing the Caccliosaur. Heck does the Caccliosaur come from? Chem treatment isn't one of the N7 missions. Pretty sure you missed that one, but I bought it at the terminal, so we can go turn that in at, we can go turn that in.
Damn it. If we'd kept digging a few hours longer, we'd have gotten the obelisk of Karza. I know the Hades Nexus is off limits. I'm not an idiot. Damn it, the Alliance needs that thing right now. The obelisk of Karza was supposed to contain Prothean language translations, like the Rosetta Stone for Protheans.
Illinois
Think
now.
of how much it could have helped us understand.
Don't get online too often so far. Well, I'm glad you could pop in and say hi. My mother's in Illinois right now. It's at a family reunion. She's coming here. She'll be here tomorrow night. I was getting a message from her earlier.
Of Karza. It's waiting for you in Bay D24.
I've got family there.
It's amazing.
What?
Thank you, Commander.
I don't know Illinois too well.
Immeasurably with some very sensitive work.
A few parts. What part are you in, if you don't mind saying, in case it's a place I know? Maybe you told me when you were moving where you were going to end up in Illinois. I don't recall. Okay, will do. I will let her know. Probably be here late tomorrow. So we still don't have this guy's Caccliosaur fossil.
Food shortages may happen in the near future.
So Doc, we're going to the Citadel party today. I keep telling everyone party and running around doing other things like scanning planets. We had unfinished business. That's almost finished.
Sector status recognized. Please select a destination. One moment, please.
Hopedale Central. Yeah, by name I don't know it.
Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
But I do have family in a few different parts of Illinois. Hi, Jacob. Bye, Jacob. Dear, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. For today. It's a planet scan.
There's got to be something. I came across this treatment plant at a chemical plant. Could it help?
Treatment? What is... I've never seen this kind of process before.
Huh. Probably experimental. It's a long shot, but let's run some tests
Happen
and
to
see
know
if
which
it might
planet?
work for our patient.
Get up. I should look it up. Hi, Jacob. Hi, Jacob.
Spectre status recognized. Please select a destination.
Planet scan sounds right. We can get to the Normandy faster from the terminal in the Commons than we can from going up top.
Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
Need to go back to the... We're going to Silver Sun. See if we get a new email. Get contact from Cortez or from Vega. Oh, Max, it's all good. Thank you. Thank you for checking any of it. Dock small, farming town, 20 minutes to get anywhere, it sounds like.
Looks exactly the same as the others.
That's exactly the point. Other than a couple small badges.
Joey Torres, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. No new messages? Cliff? Nothing? So, that mean anything we need to worry about if we don't get that, don't get a combined visit from Vega and Cortez? I don't know why we wouldn't. I mean, we heard from basically everybody and at all our crew dates. It was the only one that anyone mentioned that I can think of that we didn't have was watching the game with Cortez and Vega. Oh, Doc, let's fix this. We re-enabled channel currency. That's the Stardust. And we're given credit for hours. One. That right? Updating records. Argos Row, Phoenix. You sure you don't need to have the party first before you get that invite option? That wouldn't really be after the party. Everything else is before. It's not part of the party's aftermath. You could be right. It doesn't ring a bell that it would be after. After the party, there's the party. Omega, Cacliosaur's it. You know, our journal's never going to be clean, but if we can go grab the Cacliosaur fossil, let's do it. Argos Row, Phoenix System, planet Intai-Se. Thank you, Ford. Let's do it.
Reapers eluded. I found something.
Pinnacle Station. Constructed by the Turians to function as a concealed command center during the Krogan rebellions, has been retrofitted as a military training facility for all high-level special operations teams employed by the Council. The station's combat sim allows teams to train under a variety of hazardous conditions. Not Cacliosaur! It'll be here somewhere. Turian Spec Op Team. 33% assets recovered. Intai-Se. Atmosphere similar to Earth's made Intai-Se an early candidate for human colonization. However, prohibitively high temperatures and an arid climate have proven a hindrance to terraforming and agriculture. Okay. Show me Cacliosaur. Yes. Thank you. Thank you all for the help finding that. Let's get out of here. Let's get our fuel and go. Grab and go.
Faster than light jump successful. Evasion successful.
It's gonna mock me that says 50%. It's all good. I don't know what's there. Fuel in another system. Credits. We don't have any open quests. We've got tons of war assets. Way more than we need, even at 50% galactic readiness. I think we're close to 8,000. We're good.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I need a cab to the Presidium.
It'll be there momentarily.
Maybe when we head off to Horizon later, or not Horizon, when we head off to Cerberus HQ,
I'll
skull
preserved in
pop
amber.
back into Argos Row and
Maybe
get
you
the other
could
system.
clone it or-
You're kidding? You're kidding. Seriously? Well, if the genetic material is intact, we could... We've got cloning facilities on Surkesh. Cacliosaur genes were remarkably pliable. Cloning might be effective.
Yeah! Can we just edit out those 2 Omega quests? Alright. I spent way too much time prepping. And that's okay, but it means I want to break before the party. Instead of breaking in 20 minutes after we start the party, I think we're going to run through the party both times in between breaks. Let's go up to the bar where we'll be buying party supplies.
No.
We buy the party supplies, and we go invite everyone, and we start the party. We choose whether the party will begin quiet or loud. I don't know, they don't call it loud. Energetic, something like that. Glyph will ask us what kind of a party we want. Quiet or loud. Then there'll be a second stage where we get to decide, again, what kind of a party we want. And then there'll be a third stage, which is based on your second choice. And then there's an aftermath. What we're going to do is save before the party. And I think we'll go through it quiet, quiet. See the third part from a quiet middle. Then we'll reload our save before going to the aftermath, before take a group photo at the end of the party, which is awesome. We'll just take one group photo. So we'll reload and maybe do the loud party after. Unless you want to do them in the other order. Anyone have any horse in that race? Quiet before loud, loud before quiet. Save number 78 before the party. And I will see you all back here in a few minutes. I'm gonna get the dog some food. And I'm gonna get myself ready. Get yourselves ready. Stay tuned. See you back here in a few.
I love this song. Let's dance.
Let's dance.